Hey guys, and welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock video. Today I'm going to be telling you how to defeat a tier 5 Revenant and which armor set you need, pet you need, weapon you need, healing item you need, and what strategy you need to use to defeat a tier 5 Revenant horror boss. Also guys, feel free to go back and go forward in today's video since I've kept timestamps in today's video. So if you guys are wondering to go back or go forward, I've kept timestamps in today's video. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So the first thing you're going to be needing is the armor set. And so basically for the armor set, there are two choices you have. The first choice is Necron armor. And the second choice is what is it called? Oh yeah. It's called Reaper armor. Yeah, that's the second choice, Reaper armor. But basically, I'm gonna be telling you Necron is better, and Reaper is also pretty good. But basically, those are the two armor sets you can use. And so basically, this Necron, you're gonna be needing exactly like mine. It can have Legion if it wants, but it has to be exactly like this kind of Necron I'm on right now. And basically, this Necron I have right now on myself is around 150 million coins, and what is it called again? Oh yeah, Reaper armor is like around 100 million coins, and you don't really need enchants on the Reaper armor. You still need like hot pots and stuff, but besides that, you don't really need enchants and stuff on your Reaper armor, so it's much cheaper. But if you already have a Necron armor set, then what's the point of buying another Reaper armor set? Am I right? Just use your Necron. But now let's talk about which helmet to use. So now once you've picked your armor set, if it's Reaper or Necron, you're probably wondering which helmet to pick. And I'm going to be scaling the helmet from the least effective to the most effective. So if you guys are wondering, that's what I'm going to be scaling it to. And so basically, for the helmet, first of all, the Necron's helmet, the Tarantula helmet is the least effective. You do not want to use a Tarantula helmet. That is the least effective helmet right now, because it is not going to be working out. I mean, it's great and all, but just listen to me, guys. Trust me, it's not going to work out for a tier 5 boss. So you'd never see someone using a Tarantula helmet. If they do, they're doing it very wrong. But basically, you're not going to be needing a Tarantula helmet. So do not use a Tarantula helmet. And anyways, let's move on to the next helmet you need. So guys, the next helmet you can use is a Reaper helmet. And so basically for the Reaper helmet, why am I telling you that it's the second best? It's because basically a Reaper helmet, if you're really worried about healing, which you don't need to be right now because we're going to be covering healing a little bit later with the healing weapons, but if you still are worried about healing, then the Reaper helmet is a really good healing item. And if you guys are still worried about it, then just use it. That's why it's second. And it's also, some people usually use it for tier 5 bosses. But then besides that, let's move on to the most effective. The most effective helmet is the Necron's helmet. Now, listen to me, guys, okay? I know you guys, the people who comment in the chat, they're always like, bro, why do you use a Necron's helmet? Okay, I agree. Tarantula is a little bit better, but like for right now, for tier 5, the Necron's helmet is going to be very useful. You know why? This is going to be the dumbest thing I've said this whole video, but I don't care. It's because of the Witherborn ability. Yep, that useless ability that literally spawns in a wither for 30 seconds that you don't even need. That's literally the main reason why this is like the first place. And now you guys are very confused, and let me explain it right now. Basically, the Witherborn ability basically doesn't even really help you, because the Witherborn ability basically never works on bosses and slayers. But I have good news for you today, buddy. It does work for tier 5s. The Witherborn ability works for tier 5s, and the Witherborn ability usually deals around 2 million damage to a mob. And for a boss, that's really good, since this has like 10 million health, and it's going to be draining like around 1/5 of its health already. So that's why it's so good, and that's why Necron's helmet is first. But now let's move on to the weapons section. Now guys, again, I'm going to be classifying the weapon section from the least effective to the most effective. So basically for the least effective, this is the main thing, guys. We have the giant sword. Oh yeah, guys, this is the least effective, by the way. And you're probably now like, Cookie, it's like a really good damage weapon. Why is it the least effective? Buddy, I don't know if you realized it's 250 million coins, and literally a Warden Heart goes for less than that money. So if you are gonna buy this thing, and why would you do tier 5s then if you have a sword greater than the Warden helmet? And basically, yeah, that's why this is the least effective, is because it's 250 mil. Why would you want to buy a weapon that's 250 mil? But for like a tier 5 boss, that's probably gonna end once you hit like level 8 and stuff. Why would you want to do that? So that's why this is least effective. Let's move on to the second one. The next weapon we have is the Shadow Fury. Oh yeah, guys. By the way, for these weapons, if you really wanted to use a giant sword, by the way, for the giant sword, if you already have a giant sword, then use a giant sword, because to be honest, this is actually the best weapon for Slayer grinding, but it's just ranked the least best because it's literally 250 mil. But if it was cheaper, then this would be the first best weapon. So if you already have a giant sword, then use the giant sword. It's going to be really helpful. But the Shadow Fury, why is it second? It's literally, why is it second? You're probably wondering that. Let me answer it for you. The Shadow Fury is 4 times cheaper than the giant sword. That's why, man. Also, another reason why it's so good is because it gives you speed, it gives you crit damage, it gives you strength, and it gives you damage. So it gives you crit damage, strength, and basic damage and speed, which is really good. It gives you speed, and that's why. This is because of the speed. And the basic damage and strength is also really good. That's why this is classified as the second best. But let's move on to the first best. You know him, you love him. It's called the Reaper Falchion. The Reaper Falchion is 3.2 mil. It heals 10 hearts per hit. You deal 200% damage to zombies, and you receive 20% less damage from zombies when held. Strength 100, damage 120, intelligence 200. Why would you not want to buy that? It's 3.2 mil. So that's why that is the best. That is the best zombie slayer weapon for a tier 5. Okay, guys, this is really good. And now you're like, Cookie, why not the Action of Shredded? Because it requires Zombie Slayer level 8. And if you already have Zombie Slayer level 8, why are you watching a video of how to do tier 5s? What is wrong with you? Okay, so the Reaper Falchion, guys, is 3.2 mil. And basically, the Reaper Falchion and Giant Sword are really good. But then again, the Giant Sword is still better, but it's 250 mil. So get the Reaper Falchion. End of discussion. Now let's move on to the pet section. You've probably noticed a pattern now that I'm going to be ranking these from the cheapest to the most the least effective to the most effective. So let's move on to the first least effective pet, guys. By the way, guys, all of these pets are going to be have to be legendary level 100. So keep that in mind. But I'm trying to find a level 100 tiger. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Level 100 tiger, 34 million coins. This is a level 100 tiger. This is, first of all, the least effective weapon. And now you're wondering why. It is because it's not the best weapon. Now, don't get me wrong. The tiger pet, amazing pet. I don't know why I called a pet a weapon. You don't call a pet a weapon. Anyways, that was my bad. But basically, it's not the best pet for Zombie Slayer tier 5 because of it. You don't need ferocity for zombie tier 5. You need strength, you need crit chance, you need crit damage, and you need basic damage. Those are the things, and that's why it's ranked least. Let's move on to the second best. Now, guys, this is a pet I used to have too. It's called the Griffin pet. You know this, guys. And so basically, why is this pet second best and not least? Because first of all, you don't see people use a tiger pet, you see people use a griffin pet. And also on top of that, people use a griffin pet because of this perk. Permanent regeneration 7 and strength 8. That is crazy good. And the regen is really why people buy this pet for Zombie Slayer tier 5. Is because griffin pet heals so well. And basically, I'm going to be ranking the second and not best because we're going to be covering healing items in the different section of the video. Again, if you want to skip to that section, just feel free to. I have timestamps, man. Now, guys, this pet is probably going to be the most expensive. It's around 48 million coins, so around 50 million coins. This pet is the lion pet, and this is the best pet. And now you're like confused because this is like the same as the tiger. Why? Well, first of all, this thing gives you bonus attack speed, it gives you strength, it gives you speed, so you can click much faster. On top of that, guys, we don't care about the ferocity. And Primal Force adds 20 damage and 20 strength to your weapons. That's why that's good. And also First Pounce, First Strike, Triple Strike, and Combo are 100% more effective. And the King of the Jungle perk. Deal 150%. Actually, wait, no, sorry. The 35% bonus attack speed was from the Tiger Crochet plushie. My bad. But the King of the Jungle perk. Deal 150% against mobs that have attacked you. Those 3 perks are cracked. And that's why the Lion Pet is so good. Is because of those perks. And that's why you're going to be needing the Lion Pet for a tier 5. Again, it's 50 million coins. It's the first, it's the best. You should probably get it. But anyways, without further ado, let's move on to the healing item section. Now guys, for the healing item section, the first sword we have is the Zombie Floyd sword. This sword is 2.1 million coins on the auction house. And this thing, I just 5-starred it and reforged it because why not? But basically, heroic Zombie Floyd sword. And so I reforged it to heroic because you need mana for this. But basically, heal 168 plus 5% hearts and heal players within 8 blocks for 56 hearts. Mana cost 70, charges 5 out of 15 seconds. That's why this is so good. And gain 2 plus extra max charges when you play as a healer in dungeons. That doesn't matter though. But the ability, this is going to be super duper important for the boss fight. And this is a really important weapon. This is required, by the way. This is required for it. And the Wand of Mending. And basically, this Wand of Mending is basically for the mini bosses. If you were to lose health on a mini boss, you could use the Wand of Mending. That's basically why this is there. But otherwise, we're never going to use this thing. And now you're like, Cookie, why not the other ones? Why not the Wand of Atonement? Why not the Epic one, which I don't even know the name because I don't really care? Well, why not those is because the legendary one is like 8 to 9 mil, sometimes even 10 mil. The epic ones are like 5 to 6 to 7 mil. Why would you want to spend that much money for a healing item? That's why we got the 500k weapon, baby. But these 2 healing items will change your life, trust me. Also, I forgot to mention, but I didn't really forget to mention because I'm still recording the video. But still, man, get a God Pot. If you don't have a God Pot on, you're going to need a God Pot because God Pot gives you all these magnificent potion effects. It gives you regeneration. It gives you all of that stuff. So use the God Pot. If you don't have a God Pot, get one. It's practically required. It's like 1.5 mil in the auction house. Get it. And let's move on to the strategy. So guys, basically for the strategy, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spawn your boss in, right? That's really simple. You're going to spawn your boss in, and basically you're going to kill these crypt ghouls here. And that's obvious. That's what you always do. And so basically, after killing these crypt ghouls, you're going to spawn in a mini boss eventually. And it's either going to be the 2.4 mil health mini boss or the 600,000 health mini boss. And basically, with those mini bosses, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kill them, right? And once you kill the first one, you're going to run all the way over here to this area. And if you guys are not sure where this is, let me just show you again. Okay guys, so that's the entrance to the crypt ghoul area. Watch this. So I'm entering the crypt ghoul area, right? I'm entering, I'm going through here, walking through here, and I'm going to come down here to this area. And I'm going to explain to you right now, really soon, why this is the most important area over here. But before I explain that to you, let me just tell you, you're going to keep stabbing the dudes here until you spawn in the mini boss. And this might be really confusing to you guys right now, so that's why I'm going to give you an example of me killing the boss later on. But right now, basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep killing the things that spawn in here until the mini boss, and then eventually the boss spawns in. Once the boss spawns in, it's going to make like those weird particle effects, make that creepy, strange sound. And what you want to do is you're going to run to those iron bars, okay? And just stand here like this. Stand here like I am. Hold down your S key. The boss is going to come charging at you through here. But you're going to go back and hold your S key back on those iron bars. And if you guys are wondering why, is because with you holding down your S key to those iron bars, the boss's TNT, you know the TNT, right? It's not going to be able to affect you. The TNT will not affect you if you stand behind these iron bars and click S. And then what you're going to do is you're going to butterfly click like your life depends on it. As you guys can see, I am clicking around 15 CPS. Okay, I was clicking around 15, but this is going to require at least 10 CPS clicks. And so basically, if you can't butterfly click, you got to find a way to click, man. Either normal click, jitter click really hard, normal click like super fast, which is basically jitter clicking, or drag click, which is also an option if you drag. But butterfly is my main recommendation. But after butterfly, what you're gonna want to do is basically after the butterfly click, you just want to keep killing the boss, right? And the boss is going to keep dealing damage to you. But again, if you followed my armor set directions and my pet directions and my weapon directions, a lot of directions, if you follow them, then you're all going to not take that much damage. Your health is going to regen. Also, don't forget the God Pot, guys. That's really important. Your health is going to regen super duper fast. And so basically after that, once the boss hits around 4 million, or the range is around 3 million to 4 million health, it's gonna get really angry. And again, if you followed my armor set, weapon, and pet directions, and healing directions too, and all of my directions, if you followed them, you're gonna quickly go to your zombie floor sword. You're gonna right click it, right, as many times as you need to heal up. It's gonna ruin like half of your health. You're gonna right click it, and you're gonna quickly go back to your first hotbar slot, and you're gonna keep butterfly clicking until the boss is dead. That's a lot to process, I know. Now let me give you an example. Okay guys, so basically I just killed my first mini boss. As you guys can see, I started my Slayer quest and I killed my first mini boss, and I got 30 out of 99 kills. Then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over to this area and I'm gonna keep killing my mini bosses until it spawns in my boss. So as you guys can see, I'm just stabbing these guys right here right now. And I'm just gonna keep killing them until my third mini boss spawns, and then my boss will spawn. Okay guys, my mini boss spawned, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, boss is spawning. We're gonna go to these iron bars, giant slam, butterfly click, butterfly click, butterfly click. We're gonna keep butterfly clicking. As you guys can see, I'm doing it really hard. Taking damage, don't care. I'm gonna regen it. Don't care about the damage, okay? So as you guys can see, I'm regenning all my damage right now. And now it hit around 2 million health. It's gonna regen. I'm gonna spam my zombie Floyd, and it is dead. It is dead. I just slammed it. I spammed it after it got the phase, and it is dead, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy it is. Do you guys want to see my time on this? Look at this. Look at this. You guys can flex this on your friends. I got 20 seconds for my boss. That is really good, and that is how you kill a tier 5. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's guide of how to kill a tier 5. This was a full guide. I hope you guys enjoyed, and it would really help me if you guys hit that subscribe button, like button, and the bell. And yeah, without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.